Welcome to this program, Morning Charge with Simon Matthew, and I'm grateful to God for yet another opportunity to be connected with you today and to share a few thoughts with you. Today I'll be speaking on something very important. It is important because it is the reason why some persons embark on certain journeys. I didn't make anything out of it, while some other persons embarked on that same journey and they made so much out of it. What am I going to be talking about today? I am going to be talking about something I've titled It Is Up to You. Something I've titled It Is Up to You. I have carefully watched with keen interest um, different types and kinds of people. Different types and kinds of people, especially especially as a trainer. I've watched the different types of people pass through my trainings, and some persons ended up doing well, while some other persons didn't do well. And the interesting thing about some of these persons that didn't do well, they didn't get as much access and much information as those that did well. And it got me thinking. And I'm like, what could be responsible for this? Why is it that this other person had all of the opportunities, went through all of the things, and didn't do well, and this other person, the few that they had, they ran with it, and they are doing well? And I discovered that it is really up to people. It is really up to the individuals involved to do what they have to do. Now, dear friend, I want you to understand that for you to be able to get to whatever point or whatever level in your life, it is really up to you. It is really up to you. Sometimes it's not up to the society to determine or decide where you are going to end up in life. Most times it is up to you. It is up to your decisions. It is up to your permissions. It is up to what you have agreed to accept or what you have agreed or decided to reject. Take, for instance, a students uh, whose teacher did all they could to teach them, and the students, instead of asking questions, they choose to be quiet. They didn't ask any question, and along the line, after all is said and done, and they went ahead onto the exams, and the students didn't really pass as they ought to pass. And when you trace what the issues could be, you end up discovering that the person didn't really understand certain concepts that were taught them, and that were taught him or her, and chooses to be quiet. Now, some persons will be quick to blame the teacher for not maybe teaching well and all of that, and forgetting that the person in question didn't really take everything that was taught, didn't ask the relevant questions that were supposed to be asked, and the rest of them. So, dear friend, sometimes we experience certain issues, and we are quick to blame external factors, not knowing that we ourselves are to blame for whatever it is that we are going through. And the reason is very simple. The reason is because sometimes some of us, I made mention of permission, some of us actually permitted certain things to determine what the outcome of our lives would be. For example, um, you are responsible for your happiness, and you are responsible for allowing certain persons come into your life, pollute your mind, and get you all pissed off. You permitted that. You can choose to do otherwise. You can choose not to allow that happen. You can choose to stay off toxic environment, or things that would pollute, or things that would if things that will cause you to be unhappy, things that will cause you to remain sad. There are certain relationships that you're currently in that you should have checked out long time ago, but maybe because of the few benefits you're gaining from such a relationship, you decide to stay put. When I say relationship, I'm not just restricting it to maybe a romantic kind of relationship. I'm also extending it to business relationships, sometimes even friendship kind of arrangement. That you know that this is killing you slowly. You decide that, you know what, I'm going to remain here because of the little things I'm going to be gaining, or because of sentiment and all of that. Hey, it is up to you. It's up to you to do what you have to do to get out of that situation. All right. It is up to you to be educated. It is up to you to get enlightened. It's up to you to move from the level that you are at to the level that you ought to be. It is up to you to also move on. It is up to you to stop the blame game and also move on and up your game. It is also up to you. It is up to you to become whoever it is that you desire to become in life. It is really up to you. It is not up to anybody, because when God created you, He gave you the ability to make choices. All right, He created you as a free moral agent, meaning that you are responsible for whatever decisions that you actually make. I know that for some persons you would say that, well, I was coerced into taking some of these decisions. You can actually make the choice also to undo certain things. So it is up to you to be whoever it is that you want to become. All right. For some of you, the reason why you have still not acquired such that skill yet is because you are afraid that, okay, what becomes of my finances when I take this, when I pay for this course and all. It's up to you. It's up to you to also move from the level of mediocrity that you may be currently at to the level where you are achieving to the level of excellence, to the level where you are supposed to actually be. It is also up to you as a beginner to move up to the level of becoming a professional. All right, it is up to you to be able to do that. It's also up to you to be able to embark on that, to be able to start that project that you have procrastinated. You have procrastinated so much on. It is also up to you to be able to deal with your excuses, be able to kill your excuses before your excuses kill and destroy everything that means good to you, and ultimately destroy you at the end. It is also up to you to be able to rise up and to be able to be who God has created you to be. When God created you, He said you're beautiful. When God created you, He said, go, have dominion, fill the earth, prosper, and all of that. It is up to you to be able to take up that challenge and begin to prosper and begin to dominate the earth and begin to make the difference and begin to make your mark in the sands of time. It is also up to you to be able to find what your purpose are, what your purpose is, find it, refine it, and also deploy it. It's also up to you it is also up to you to be whoever God has desired and destined you to become. So whatever it is that is about your life, it is really up to you. There's a limit to what the society can do for you. There's a limit to what your parents can do for you. There's a limit to what your teacher can do for you. There's a limit to what even your peers can do for you. All right. There's a limit to what the network that you belong in can do for you. For example, if maybe one of your persons within your network gave you maybe an information about certain things that is to happen somewhere, and it's an opportunity that would actually elevate your game, and you decide to do nothing about it. You decide to just relax and feel that the person would go ahead and do all of the work for you. Guess what will happen? Then that opportunity will come and will pass, and you will still be where you are, where you currently are at. So it's up to you to rise up, take up that opportunity, and do with it what you are supposed to do. It's also up to you to actually prepare for those opportunities. All right. While waiting for that breakthrough, why not prepare yourself? Why not equip yourself so that when that opportunity comes, you'll be able to see it, be able to spot it, and you'll be able to do what you are supposed to do. It is up to you, my dear friend. It is really up to you. It's up to you to forgive. It's up to you to let go. It's up to you to move on. It is up to you to move up to the level that God has destined you to actually get to. It is also up to you to go over all I've shared with you in this episode and begin to challenge yourself to rise up and begin to do what you have to do in order for you to be able to move to your next level. My dear friend, it's up to you. So thank you very much for this opportunity. I trust that you have learned one or two things. I hope you've learned one or two things in this episode. So I look forward to connecting with you again. And until then, this is Simon Matthew urging you as always to keep living the limitless life. And bye for now. Have a blessed day.